Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of SupFM. I'm one of your hosts, Luke Trevisi. This is your favorite sneaker podcast. I got your boys, Chris Chaney with me.
Yurt.
And Lawrence Deloach.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, everybody? How's everybody's week been?
Pretty good, man. I mean, I got my second shot next week. A little scared because all of them are seemingly not going well, but I'm going to get the second shot next week, and hopefully I'll be all right. What's up with you guys?
My girlfriend got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine because she only wanted one shot, so now we're on fucking alert.
I got my second shot last week, and the next day was pretty rough, but you know, we're surviving, and that's all you can ask for. And
That's right.
Yes, that's it, guys. This is fucking streetwear, yo. If we want to be outside streetwear, making buy sell trades on the street, face to face, hand to hand combat, fucking get your vaccine, get your shots. Let's do it.
Sponsored by
Pfizer,
the CDC.
I hardly know her.
That's correct. So listen, Luke, where can they find you at, my guy?
They can find me at Trevezus, at TROVEEZUS on all social media. I have a new clip on my YouTube called Luke Trevisi Does a Cocaine Joke. You should listen to. It's very fun. Chris, where can they find you?
Not That Cheney, CHENEY on all platforms. And A-Life Spring started dropping, so the teas are up. I did them all, so buy them, please. What about you, El? Where can they find you?
You can find me at LCD 325 and we're not skipping, but I just wanted to say and a bunch of times. If you hate your job, which many of us do, you can listen to my new podcast, I Hate This Job.
Hell yeah.
Great
There you
podcast. Had some really good guests recently. Just want to stress that if you check the list of guests on there, there's some really good
High level
level
guests.
We got mother effing Luke Trevisi on there. You guys need to listen to episodes. One of the best episodes that came out. People love it. The streets love it. So listen to it. You know?
Yeah. And you can find the podcast at SubPodcast NYC on all social media platforms. You could send us an email via subpodcastnyc@gmail. We have a phone number, which is also in the link of our Instagram. And we also have a Discord. That's going to be in the description of this podcast, wherever you find it. Join us. We're having a good time in there. What did we do this week? We had some fun stuff happen. Doesn't matter. We've had some fun.
I mean, just alone the raffle links, like the community support you get from one another, just kicking it in there. It's like, I can't stress enough how much the Discord, it's so much fun in there. So just make sure you hop in. Everyone's got bad takes too, so you can just rip each other apart.
It's true. We all have bad takes in there.
We all do. So guys, where are we starting this week, man? We got a lot of information, a lot of news, a lot of debates.
I want to start because Chris had something that he came in with. He came in hot today. He was ready to talk about this off the rip. So I want to just get right into Balenciaga Gucci news. High fashion.
This is arguably the most high-end premier co-branded collaborative project in the history of fashion.
Boom.
Balenciaga Gucci.
And I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
I can't look. So this is what I was telling Luke off mic, L. Like, I'm not dumb. I'll die on this hill that I'm not a dumb person. You know what I mean? I know I'm not the smartest, but I'm not dumb. And I work in this space. I'm really befuddled by all this shit. Like, this shit is like, I understand. I can see it it's like a next level project, but I'm looking at this stuff going like, I have no idea what's happening.
Well, let's talk. Why are you befuddled, Chris? I'm confused. Why are you befuddled?
If you look at the models, bro, like, what is happening? It's so like diverse that it's confusing to a point where I'm like, all the women are wearing the men's stuff and all the men are wearing the women's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're all wearing like riding gear, but there's like no connection to like, where's the horse connection?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the pieces are crazy, but I don't know who's supposed to wear what. I can't even tell what some of the pieces are. They're so wild.
You gotta look with your mind's eye, bro. When I see this floral suit right here,
Yeah.
you know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. I'm wearing that shit.
Really?
Which actually we should talk about that too. Cuddy with the Cobain reference, but staying back to this real quick. I'm like, I think it's Balenciaga that I don't understand because I know what Gucci is and what Gucci does, and they're top 3 brands all time, right?
Yeah, they make good loafers. They got red and green. Everything you need to know about Gucci.
I just don't think I understand Balenciaga as a brand at all. And like they definitely like went into the Gucci space and like fucked them up. Not in a bad way. I'm saying that like they just went and like did the Balenciaga thing with Gucci shit, and I'm so confused.
Yeah. They were almost like, yeah. We hear that you have some like directions you want to take this, but what if we didn't do any of that and we just did what we wanted to?
I mean, just look at these two models in general. I know that for the audio listeners, I'm sorry, this is going to be very visually referenced, but I mean, just like what do we got going on here?
We got weird shit that like is not for us to truly want to wear.
Mhm.
But I think this is where, unfortunately, and I'm not saying unfortunately, but this is where fashion is, bro. Like dudes are wearing shit that, you know, women will wear, and you know, women are wearing shit that dudes will wear. Now, would I buy any of this garbage? No, I wouldn't, because I feel like it's garbage. But yeah, I'm not understanding it all, but I understand some of it.
But this is high fashion has been pulling from street for the past, like 30 years per se. Like heavily referenced, strongly for the past like 10 at least, right? Okay. You can really see the connection for the past 5, but lately, like our lifetimes, high-end fashion has been pulling from street culture, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at this where I think Balenciaga is sort of like the peak of street high-end fashion. Does that make sense? Like, I think they're the most sort of like pulling from us. And I'm looking at this, I'm just going like, where what is happening?
It's pretty. It's a lot of colors. They're doing some stuff. It's like, you know, gender fluid stuff that they've been doing in fashion for a minute now.
Mm-hmm. The gender fluid thing that's not important to me. What's confusing to me, and it's there's no issue with a guy wearing girls' clothes and a girl wearing guys' clothes. It's like I can't tell where I'm supposed to be wearing any of it.
Oh, you're not. But
you're
that's
not,
like,
Chris.
Yeah.
Christian, are you gonna? Would you wear that regardless? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I say like, where am I supposed to? But I mean everybody. Where is anybody supposed to do anything in that stuff? But that's supposed to be the peak of this space.
When you reach the peak of having money and you have nothing else to spend it on, you wear these crazy outfits to let people know, hey, I have money everywhere you go. That's why you get shit like this.
I will say though, the branding is very good on all of that.
Now, what the fuck does that even mean?
Can you pull up the disco shirt we were just looking at? They have like this weird, like all shimmery diamond, like disco ball looking piece. All the quality on this shit, because all like the close-ups I've seen, all this shit is next level, bro. Like the materials are fucking primo. All this shit is like the highest end shit ever. I just don't understand. Look, I'm not dumb. I just don't understand what this shit is. The execution on this shit is crazy.
Well, once again, I think, Chris, and I'll say this, what you know and what you've worked with in the past is streetwear, like, you know, and it's in that certain level. It's a mid streetwear, you know, mid to low streetwear. Mm-hmm. When you start getting into this high end stuff, you know, a lot of the pieces we look at are basically what I like to call runway pieces that we will see on the runway.
I totally understand that.
So a lot of like what the hardcore stuff that will make into the stores or make it on people's backs will probably not be half of the things that we're seeing on the pictures. I haven't seen the whole collection, but what I will say is, I mean, we've discussed this and you've brought it up plenty of times, when you do, you know, co-branding, you know, collabs, it's going to they're going to pull from each other. They're going to, you know, like Balenciaga with this, you know, we're looking at a suit jacket with a skirt, you know, and Gucci pants. Like a lot of the writing, you know, that we would see maybe on Balenciaga, and we also see it on Gucci as well. They said, fuck it, let's just throw both, you know, names on the print. But once again, a lot of this is not for the average. None of this is for the average consumer, to be honest with you.
Well, you know what? Here, this is kind of another thing I was talking about with Luke. It is. Nope. Have you seen like Balenciaga's t-shirts?
Yes.
They're for regular people. They're just priced at $700. Like, there's no difference between shirts that you and I can buy for $30 and these shirts you buy for $700, except the price tag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, Luke, pull up that cat one.
Fuck yeah. Been waiting on this one for a minute.
Look at this shirt, dude. This is a Balenciaga shirt.
Okay.
It's got 4 high quality cats on it. The positioning of the pictures is not even.
No, they're not even.
And the back says meow. Lawrence, this is like you're probably like, oh, I'm sold. I want a pair of this shirt right now. Well, you can't have it because it's $550. So
yeah, I mean, come on. I'm on a t-shirt. Let's kind of talk to the listeners and kind of get their opinion. What's the most you guys have spent on a t-shirt?
Oh, yeah, actually, that's a great topic, because there is sort of like even Supreme resale, right? Like vintage Supreme. There has to be a limit on what you will spend on a shirt, because it's a shirt. How much have you guys spent? I think I've spent 50 on a tee.
95.
I was gonna say I've spent maybe like, $120, $130 on a t-shirt, and that's very rare. But yeah, I mean, I try to keep most of my t-shirts in the $40 range, and that's usually on a sale. So the t-shirt will be $95. We'll get it marked down to 40, and then I'll be like, you know what, fuck it. But I bought some Rude t-shirts, and I spent like marked down, coupons, gift cards, $130. So
luckily enough, I'm within the space where like usually I get handed stuff. So I think that's why my shit is low. But I've looked at good price tags and been like, damn, I would, but I'm not going to. Now
I've sold a Morrissey t-shirt on StockX. And I think it was a black Morrissey. I think I sold it for like $500, $550, if I'm correct.
Wow, that's
so
good.
people are willing to spend for t-shirts. It all depends on how vintage the t-shirt is, what collab is it or what it is. But I couldn't see myself spending more than $100, dollars on a t-shirt, man.
I mean, you know what? This does carry over. So sort of like just the idea of, keeping hype high. This collaboration, though, just to kind of go back to that, like, these are two brands that no one ever thought would get together. It's the hype train is only there because they're both together, right?
Right.
That's what makes it sort of noteworthy. You don't usually just talk about like usually it's not post-worthy just to talk about Gucci's like latest shit or whatever. Maybe like on GQ, but like not in our space.
Yeah.
But this is two of the highest end brands, two of the juggernauts in this space coming together, and now sort of like how like the Louis Vuitton Supreme collab sort of like created distance between Supreme and other brands. This even takes these brands to another level too. So that it's like the whole space just keeps widening the more these brands collab.
Yeah.
Like the Travis Scott shit where we were talking about, he needs a third party to keep it hype. Like how high can this shit go? This is kind of getting out of hand.
Yeah, it's never gonna stop going up, bro. Just keep going up. They're gonna figure something else out, and corduroy on a sneaker. Ooh, you know what I mean? They just figure something else out.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you bring two, fashion houses, like this, too high end, when you start thinking Gucci, they do a lot of collabs with different brands. If I'm correct.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this isn't anything, different. I mean, that's why I think the Louis Vuitton Supreme joint was such a different, because Louis is they don't really collab much with people, if I'm correct.
They don't. The feel is different. The feel is off. It's like not the same as a regular co-branded project. The Supreme Louis one, this one, and then I can't think of a third one, but this is top three shit like co-brands.
Dior Jordan.
Yeah, no, that's it. Dior Jordan. That's it. I mean, and those are two. So you have like true street, which very arguable with Supreme, and true high end. Then you have like performance athletic with high end, and now you have two high end.
Yeah. So now we need two high end, one low end, all a collab, triple label, and that's where we start. That's where we start the whole cycle over. You know what I mean?
That's the baseline.
You go Balenciaga, Gucci, Vans, right? Put those three together. Now we can move into Vans Prada space.
Vans and Prada would be a hilarious collab.
Yeah.
Well, when is this released? Did it release yet, or it has released?
Bro, this is so out of my tax bracket. I did not check for a release date. I think it's like out now or about to be. It's for the 100th anniversary of Gucci.
Okay, so for the listeners out there, if you want a Gucci and Balenciaga $550 t-shirt, fucking do it. All right, treat yourself. You got your stemmies. Let's get to it, y'all. What else are we talking about this week, y'all?
Well, we mentioned earlier, which we didn't really have much time to talk about, but that Kid Cudi.
Oh, the tribute paying homage to Kurt Cobain on SNL.
Yes. I mean, there's not really much to talk about there. Like, thoughts at all. I mean, I'm pretty much just fine with it. I think people were just kind of blowing it out of proportions.
Wait, what are they saying? What are they saying? Who's blowing it out of proportion?
People just aren't like 100% on board with him wearing a dress on stage.
My only thing about that was I wish they didn't make it like a rollout to sell Off-White. Like
they're friends.
The intent. Well, no, hold on. The intent is good, right? Because mental health is a very big thing in America right now. Like we're finally paying attention to how people are mentally. All the past couple years we've lost a couple people due to mental health issues. So I like the homage too, like the trueness of the reenactment. Like that's a storytelling thing that we talk about all the time. Like that pulling that reference, making it real, making it also having a black guy do it, I think too stands a lot, because usually black men have a problem wearing dresses, and Hollywood tries to make them wear a dress, where this time it's sort of like it's a better story being told. I think it's just the problem is that they were trying to sell the dress after, and they made a huge thing to look like point out that it was an off-white dress. Other than that, I'm cool with it. You know, like I think the intent was good. We always go back to intent. Like, what was the intent of this? I think it was mostly to call out mental health awareness, which I think we're bad at as a country, making awareness seem like good intended. Sorry, I'm like stumbling on my words, but we're just not good at like making awareness there's always backlash just because we don't know how to show awareness properly. I think.
Remember, everybody, at the beginning of this episode, Chris said he is not a dumb man. Just remember that.
Yeah. Listen, I understand exactly what you're saying with the Kid Cudi stuff in terms of, the stigma behind black men wearing dresses. We also know who Kid Cudi is, and when I say who he is as a person, this is in the realm of Kid Cudi. And when you pair him with Virgil Abloh, who obviously they're boys, this is what you get. Now, I think also, and I will say this, because it was a Kurt Cobain tribute, I think it fits well. It was done well. Would I buy that once again? No. But I love Kid Cudi, the musician, the person. I was more intrigued with his other his other tribute to Kurt Cobain. He wore a green cardigan and he wore the cactus plant flea market dunks, which in my opinion, I can't believe, how much money these things are actually going for right now.
I know.
Oh, where are they at now?
Oh my God. I saw a post from round 2 where they were selling the gray ones, and they were brand new, $4,250, I believe.
Well,
yeah.
No, thank you.
So, I mean, I like that outfit a lot better, but once again, it's Kid Cudi. I get it. I know who he is,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's just the selling the dress after. I think that's the real issue. But I mean, I'm not even really mad at that. It is what it is. We just don't know how to bring awareness to the forefront correctly. There always has to be like some side shit.
Well, artists do shit like that all the time. Like they drop something and then they be like, you could purchase this now. You could purchase my song now on, this and that. He just dropped the fucking dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just dropped the dress, baby.
He just dropped the fucking dress on, so, but I always, with Virgil, there's always, some weird shit. Virgil's had so much heat in the past, like couple of years for doing things that, people are like, all right, Virgil, what are you doing? So this is it just kind of adds to it.
He's going to make a dress with holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
He makes jeans with holes in them.
Yeah, but everybody has jeans with holes in them.
No, like perfect circles, dog. Like not rips.
Yeah, man. You never take a cookie cutter to your fucking shoes, to your jeans? What's wrong with you, man?
No, you're right. My fault. What fault.
Are you? I thought you were a designer, bro.
Damn, I'm fucking up.
All right. Let's talk about today, like this week's releases, right? The big release this week, the Hyper Royal Jordan 1s, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Anybody cop?
Negativo.
Nah, I didn't.
No? Okay. Me neither. I did not cop either. Anybody have any difficulty now well, actually, you guys both deleted the sneakers app, correct?
We're done.
Mm-hmm.
Dunzo? Lawrence?
Dunzo. Yeah.
Did you get back in?
I thought about it, but right now I'm out for a little while. So
yeah,
I might get back in soon, but
You know what this reminds me of is when I first downloaded Tinder. And like I wasn't like all the way with online dating yet, so I download it and like swipe a little bit, like, oh, this is fun, and then I delete it, going like, what am I doing? And then they're kind of going like, damn, there was some nice stuff on there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you came back and you digitally imposed yourself into a bunch of iconic scenes and whatnot. Didn't you have like a picture?
Yeah, that was the move. I mean, just quick side note: the real way to use Tinder is you Photoshop all your pictures. But not in a way where you look better. I photoshopped myself into like movie scenes, and I was crushing.
Yeah,
crushing.
Yep,
hilarious.
He was doing very well for himself.
It was pretty good.
Once again, if you remember at the beginning of the episode, he said he is not a dumb man.
I am not a dumb man. Boy, so Luke, did you take a shot here and miss, or what happened?
Of course, I listen. I talked to everybody I know. Tried to make a blood oath for a pair of these. It was no good.
You hit up Mischief and Lil Nas X and were like, yo, I'll sell my soul.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, we could make you a custom, but there's gonna be blood in them, and I'm like, no, why? But yeah, I tried really hard. I did not get them. Might sell some other shit to get them. Thinking
Really?
about it still.
Now, can I ask you guys, what's so special about these? Because then they have like turbo greens and they have all
Right.
these other ones that are very similar to these, or
But that's why I used to have the ice cream blazers. That's the only reason I want these is because
Yeah.
my ice cream blazers fell apart.
Okay.
I've beat them to death, and they're the same colors as like that turbo green. There's like a blue pair that's like a chocolate chip or something, and that's
Mhm.
supposed to be like kind of similar to that colorway. And I just need them to do like a pink suede one too, and then I'll have
Okay.
my ice cream pack again. So
Um,
that's my own personal goal.
You know what, Lawrence? This is going to sound dumb, and I did say I'm not a dumb man at the beginning of this podcast, but I think it's also the word royal. I think that word is just so synonymous with so many good sneakers that people see royal in another sneaker name, and they're like, "Yo, I want that."
You want
Okay,
it, right?
That's fair. That's
Like-
fair. That's fair.
Regardless of anything, if it says Chicago, we want it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If it has toe in it, we want it. You know what I mean? Like, so I think honestly that's part of it. And there was also some weird rumors that like this got canceled or some shit. Like, I don't know. There was some weird shit going on with the shoe.
Wow. Well, I will say, my friends, same thing. They're like, "Oh, I need these. I fucking want these. I want these so bad." And it's like, yo, these shits are, to me, they're okay. I already know the hype on these, and I can see that, in a few months, in a few years, the ticket on these are going to be insane. Like, I feel it. Like, I didn't even check aftermarket prices, but I'm sure it's at 300 plus right now.
I think it's at like
500 for the Hyper Royals.
I think so. Luke, can you pull up stock?
I don't want to.
Wow. And my size, a size 12, $480, the lowest ask.
Yeah, that's it. That sounds about right.
Wow. I don't see what's so hot about these to make them. I mean, obviously that price comes down a little bit, but what is so special about these?
I mean, these are
again,
kind of
Bro, there's hype in the name, hyper, and then royal.
these
and
are.
it's a Jordan 1.
I would argue these are the poor man's trophy rooms. In the sense that look, it's like, oh, he got iced out. Look, I have my iced out shoe. I have my iced out Jordan 1.
Wow.
I mean, maybe. Who knows, dude? I don't know.
I mean, people were calling the turbo racers from last year the fake Dior's, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, we've sort of established that part of the business model of these, at least Nike, is to like give you something you can't get and then have 6 shoes that sort of look like it.
I don't really get it either. I would have liked this to stay around the 300s, but it's just that people like blue right now. Blue's in.
I don't understand it, man. I really don't. Like I said, my friend and we had a nice little debate about these, and he's, oh man, I'm fucking mad, man. And I'm like, they're okay. They're okay. Like, but I don't see the, and I think maybe that's because, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again on the podcast. If it wasn't like an original color, I really find a tough time to get excited about like these last 2 years of Jordan 1 releases. I have a very, like I said, I can say the Nutra Grays, love those.
Yeah.
It's but like Hyper Royals, Turbo Greens, the green joints that all the black and green joints, the court purples, mochas. I like mochas, but I think a lot of the mocha love came from people missing out on Travis Scott's.
Fair.
I think that's what if there was no Travis Scott's releasing and then mochas came out, I think they would be a nice shoe because it's very clean. It's a brown shoe, brown, black, white, love it. But it wouldn't. I don't think it would garner the love that it's getting. But the Hyper Royals, fuck, man, 500. That's wow.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully
Is there anything else coming out of the Jordan 1 silhouette this year that we're looking forward to?
Well, the Travis Frag, that
Right.
there's the B pollen ones that are coming out, the black and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Black and yellow.
Oh, they have that Lakers one coming out too.
Oh yeah, the Lakers one. We should talk about that just because that's a weird shoe to me.
Explain.
They got that hit on the heel that it's Nike in the Lakers font. Like that's dope. Like I'm not saying it's a bad shoe. Like I like that, especially for like if you're an LA fan. Like that's you all day if you ask me. I don't know if like maybe wearing them, I don't know, but at least owning them because you're a fan. But like, why didn't they do that with all the teams? Well, I guess is it a Kobe reference?
I have no clue. I can't even find these shoes right now.
Yeah, I can't even find them. I don't know what you. Yeah,
they're on there though. I remember seeing them on the sneakers app.
Yeah, they have the Nike in the Lakers like font where it's like it's got like the speed lines. And I thought that was cool. I wish they just did that for every team. But I get it if it's like a Kobe layup. You know what I mean?
Oh wait, no. It's not. My mistake. This is my. This is a dunk, not a Jordan 1.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna
That's why
say because I didn't hear anything about. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's a dunk.
It's a dunk.
I mean, either way though, still a dope shoe. I just wish they did it for all the teams because I would love a Celtics version.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe the Celtics don't need to have everything that everybody else has. All right, maybe you got enough rings. Maybe that's enough. How about that?
Nike's biggest athlete plays on the Lakers. How about that? So
How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, I like Celtic stuff.
All right, listen, I like blue and orange on my shoes, but you don't see me complaining every week when they don't make a fucking Knicks colorway.
I stand corrected. Nike's biggest active athlete plays on the Lakers. I don't want people to be like, "Well, fuck Michael Jordan," but no, but their biggest active athlete is a Laker, and so that's why we're gonna get Laker Air Max 95 colors. We're gonna get Laker dunks because LeBron James is a Los Angeles Laker.
Now, Lawrence, I'm going to try to get you on record right now. Are you going for these 95s? Because I will put in for you. I will put in an extra raffle for you.
Honestly, and I'll say this, I think there's not too many sneakers this year that have moved me, and Air Max 95s will be the same. I'm getting to the point now where it's like I'd be like, oh, I gotta have these, I need these, and then I would wear them once or twice and then be like, and I think that's where I'm trying to be better at. So I've told myself that, this year I'm gonna pay resale for the neutral grays. I've already set my limit. I put a bid in. When it gets accepted, it gets accepted. And other than that, I am not really going too crazy for sneakers right now.
Yeah.
But you don't want the Supreme 96s?
I like the camouflage colorway, but I'm not like, once again, all right, so I have Supreme 98 in the snakeskin joints, and I was like, oh my God, I need these. I love these. And now I wear them and I'm like, these are regular. These aren't anything. And same thing with like the gold Septempos. Like I like Supreme joints. It has to, I don't know. I'm not a fan. I like them. The camo ones are beautiful.
I just hate the clear. I wish they weren't clear. They could have been anything other than clear.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of clear stuff. I think they figured out how to use plastic more in their sneakers.
Well, you know what the other thing is, dude? Like, you know how like when we remember a shoe and then we go like, oh wow, and then we think about all the other shoes. Like this happens in companies. So like they probably remembered like the Cope, or was it Cope, whoever it was, or like the Invisible ones that were probably in a meeting like, oh yeah, dude, those are tight. And then they just like ideated a bunch of clear sneakers, and then like, this is what happens.
I have a funny story about the Invisible Woman since you brought those up, man. Me and my friend, one of my best friends in the world, Yannick, we waited online for around 12 hours to get a pair of Invisible Women's, and we both got them. This is 2006, and I remember the hype around New York City was through the fucking roof for those sneakers. And I will tell you, I never wore them, and then they started cracking on me.
Damn.
Like, so what I've learned, guys, is, and I think what it was is a sneaker like that is hot for the moment. And then, 2006 is like, oh, Invisible Woman, like what? Clear it? What? And this is coming off like Espos and shit like that.
Espo, that's what it was, not Cope.
Oh, well, yeah, Espos were, a few years earlier. And I remember, and like, obviously, like you said, like the clear has been done, clots and things like that. But that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, we're conditioned to like be like, I need these, and you don't fucking need them.
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't fucking need them. No, I'm serious, dude. Like I am really sitting here thinking back to like sneakers that I was going insane for, like doing, like figuring out ways gotta have. Need to fucking have these sneakers, man. And then you wear them a few times and you're like, all right, the thrill's gone. Oh, now it's on to the next. And it's like, bro.
Yeah.
Only so many shoes you could wear,
Actually, and I think this could segue great into the Nike thing that you want to talk about, Luke. How you can buy one thing and then just give it back. We can wear it once and flex and then hand it back to them.
Right. Which is also, kind of my strategy as well. Not so much as like returning the sneakers, but like, at the end of the year, I'll kind of do like a check on like what I've worn in the past year and what I have that I don't really wear like that. And then I sell it out. And that's when I get all the crazy shit in the beginning of the year. So that's kind of my game plan. But yes, Nike is it just entered another initiative as part of their Move to Zero program to kind of help with the environmental issues in the world. They want to start selling sneakers that are kind of pre-owned in their Nike stores. And the whole idea is, they have like a 90-day wear test program. If you return your sneakers there, they have to like go through some of them. Most of them just get burned, I believe. They get rid of some of them. They bring them to outlets. They'd rather just have them in store now in like a discounted section. I like the move, honestly.
I'm a little weary just because I don't like the idea of Nike getting to resell the stuff themselves. Like, I don't know enough about this to really speak on it. Like, I read the headline, but I didn't like go into it, so I don't know what the pricing gauge is going to be like. But like we already have enough insiders doing resale shit. You know what I mean? Like, Foot Locker's already in the game. Are they going to be able to resell for higher if it ends up being like a hype shoe? Like,
no, I don't think. No.
It's all discounted. So that's the thing where it's like when everybody says, "Oh, they're reselling their own shoes now," it's like, well, no, because if they're returns, they have to give those people back money, right? They have to give them back their money. So if I paid $115 for Dunks, I wore them for 90 days, scuff them up a bunch, and then I return them to Nike, I get my whole 115 because of the 90-day wear policy. Then they're just stuck with a shitty pair of shoes. But now they can discount the set and sell it for like $85, $80 to some kid who wants a pair of Dunks.
And that's what I was going to say. So when you start looking at, Nike this is very smart, obviously, on their end, because, when you look at the hype sneakers, they never get returned anyway. How many hype sneakers, get returned? It's always the bricks that get returned. But most of the time when you return a brick, if you're trying to resell it, no one's worn it. So Nike's still going to make money off of it. So what happens, I think, with a lot of the stuff that they're going to be receiving will probably be a lot of like actual athletic stuff that like I wore one time to play basketball and I'm like, I don't like the way these feel.
Yeah.
Let me see. And now take them back to Nike. And then like Luke said, if I bought a pair of Kyrie Irving sneakers to play ball, and I've done this, and I worn them one time, and I'm like, I don't like the way they feel on my feet. Back to Nike. Once, like Luke said, you lose the $130 because now you've done a return, and then back in the days you burn it, whatever. If you were able to, like you said, discount those sneakers to $80 or whatever it is, Nike still probably only paid $3-4 for those sneakers to be made. So they're still coming out on top. And they're not, like I said, that's what's going to get returned. Stuff that people have worn to play ball and to play tennis and shit like that. Genius move, man.
I think Juice has told me a couple stories about like when he was working at Nike, how every now and then there'd be like, occasionally you'd get in a pair of shoes that's like not hype, but not a brick either, like you'll make like $20 profit. It's not really worth that much work. So like some people will be able to find some pretty decent shoes there. One of his coworkers was able to just procure his own pair of Fire Red 4s because, obviously when people return stuff, the staff gets first pick. So,
yeah,
every now and then we might see something hit the shelves, but that's a lot of filters to go through. So,
but yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like a vintage store type of thing. Sometimes you go into a vintage store just to see what they got.
Yeah.
Now you're just gonna go into Nike just to see what they got. What's on the? What do you got over there? Anything good? Anything like $20 resale profit over there?
But that's dangerous. That's what they're trying to do. The whole idea is to like add a second initiative for you to come to the brick and mortar, because people don't really like working in brick and mortars anymore. They've got the online stores doing so well. So now if I'm more incentivized to come in because maybe something I like will be in there, that's another reason that's just kind of works for Nike.
Yeah, I get you. I'm with that.
Also, I wanted to shout out Dexter the Creator. He's doing a network thing this week for 420.
Oh, nice. Good for him.
Yeah, man. He's doing his own like see-through sneaker for 420 through.
Wait, he's doing see-through too? God.
Oh no, not this one. This one's not see-through. This was like.
Oh, okay. Oh, that is damn. What is that? That whatever the fuck that material is, that shit is sick.
Yeah, we're gonna have to call him and ask him what he did there. But yeah, I don't know what that kind of material is. It looks like almost like a foil that you use for films and stuff, where you like put the filters over the lights.
Yeah, it's probably like some weird PVC, like whatever, but that's cool. Good for him, man. I mean, ooh, yeah, nice. No, that's cool. And just to think about how these are all handcrafted, like this guy is fucking good.
This guy's good. This guy's good. This guy knows what he's done. Pretty good. Dude knows what he's done.
I'm over the clear though. I think we need to stop with the clear stuff. Let's like not No transparency in my shoes. Let's make it all, the opacity is 100%, 100%, guys. No, nothing. You know?
Yes.
That's
I
what I was
agree.
saying, man. It's it's a thing, man. It's you see these clear shoes and it has a shelf life. That's what I'm saying with most sneakers. Like they're good for a certain era, and then you're like, that was a good run.
Yeah.
And then maybe occasionally you may break it out for, but like ain't much, man. That's why I'm looking back and I'm like, all these, these Jordan 1s that people are going crazy for,
Yeah.
there is one pair of sneakers that I do want to talk about, because we did see official images released this week, and it was the Jordan 4 Lightning, which I think this is the first actual official release of these, if I'm correct. I don't think these have been retroed. If I'm correct, maybe I'm incorrect.
Let me see them.
So the Jordan 4 Lightning, it was part of remember the original we saw was the Thunder and Lightning pack, and then they released the Thunders multiple times, and I'm not sure if these have ever gotten an actual release.
I mean, these are great. Nothing wrong with actually, let me hold on, because I got to hold myself accountable. I always have said yellow shoes are bad. The mesh, the tongue, and the strap and the sole save it. The contrast of the stuff on the yellow makes them okay. These are not bananas.
Not bananas.
No, and they also give me Wu-Tang vibes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's also probably it too. Just black and yellow on a shoe. I think I'm always going to think Wu-Tang. So it's always going to be a home run.
Is this going to be, I don't know if it's like, is this supposed to be like a leather or is it a suede? It looks like a leather on it. Because if it's like a suede look, I think it'll look a little nicer when it starts to get a little bit of a wear down on it.
I don't think it's leather or suede. It might be like Durabuck or Nubuck type material.
Okay. Nubuck ages interestingly. Yeah, I like them too, but I'm always a fan of yellow sneakers, just because Chris isn't.
I'm a big yellow. I try to make the Nike Bayou. I have tried to make a yellow pair of Nike Bayou dunks. I love the Canary Tiffany dunks. Like I think yellow is such a wonderful color on a pair of sneakers when done properly.
Yeah.
That is the key, when done properly, because if not, it's like, again, just banana feet. There's got to be like some contrast in there.
We've got 420 coming up as well. We talked a little bit about 420 dunks last week. Are we all on record saying that 420 the skunks are the best 420 dunk?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the skunks are the best.
I think so too. So let's ask this question then, because we're all going to say the skunks. What's your second favorite 420 dunk? What is the runner up to the skunk?
I like dog walkers. Oh.
Yeah, actually that's what I was going to say, the dog walkers.
Fuck, I was going to say the dog walkers too.
Yeah, I like dog walkers.
That one has the best narrative attached to it besides like the actual reference. So like, of course you always start off with like, this is a weed shoe, and everyone's like, ooh, and that's the best, the first and best one. Like we've always talked about, the OG is the best one, but the dog walker actually had like a cool thing to it.
Yeah, with that whole like the whole storytelling of like the fur, and then like there's a little shit stain on the sole of the shoe, and walk the dog was like supposed to be like the designer's code for like going to smoke a joint.
Yeah, all that is slam dunk.
Slam dunk. I guess another runner up I would say would be the Cheech and Chongs.
Yes.
That
is definitely third.
We have to we gotta mention them at least, because we would get flamed if we didn't. Yeah, another great shoe from the 420 camp. First kind of tearaway in that 420 collection. I'm surprised. I'm a little upset that we didn't have more of a debate over our favorite 420 dunks.
No, it's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah,
it's really like, I don't know, like who. Name any of the other ones, and we'll be able to give you reasons why the other ones are better.
Okay,
I like Hemps. I like the Hemps.
Hemps are good too.
Hemps are great.
Nice Kicks did Sneaker Freaker did a what do you call it, like a March Madness style bracket off on the 420 dunks, and they said that the reverse skunks were the best one, and I was like, I didn't realize the people who read this magazine have no taste.
Wait, the purple skunk.
Yeah, they chose the purple skunk over the original.
Oh, okay. So okay. I think younger people will say the purple just because.
And the strawberry strawberry coughs beat the dog walkers, which is why I'm like, oh, you guys really don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, here's the thing. Strawberry coughs never even saw a release.
Right.
So it's kind of like, all right, this is the prototype of what we saw. Like we may have saw some, I don't know, maybe unauthorized pairs out in the wild, but we never actually saw a full release. And I think the same thing goes with the reverse skunks. Now, the reverse skunks, obviously, there was some type of release at Familia in Minnesota, but I just feel like those same thing, man. It's, you know, very, very rare, very out in the, like that you see any out in the wild. But for people who actually have 420 dunks, yeah, it's the skunks, the dog walkers, hemps, Cheech and Chongs, you know.
The only thing I'll give the purple skunks is that they were numbered. That's the only thing that to me, the other one's way more wearable, more true to what the reference is, which is weed. You know what I mean? There's not actually purple nugs out there. There are, but they're not, you know.
You got to find a better dealer, man.
Luke, you're the stoner representation on this podcast, so maybe you got me.
All right,
maybe there's more purple out there.
We'll talk after the show.
There was a white one too. Didn't they do a White Widow or some shit?
White Widow, yeah, those were mids though. So those are kind of just
the White Widows were mids.
White Widows were mids. Which
Hilarious,
because it kind of still keeps with the theme. I know like the hemps are the lows, so it's like, but for the most part, everything's high, and then you got White Widows, which is pretty fucking mid, bro.
It's just, dude, smoking mids, bro. You got the white middle mids, bro.
It's hilarious.
White Widow mids, bro.
White Widow mids. Do you have anything else we want to talk about today, or should I go into my? Oh, come on, don't do the debunk.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that, Chris.
Do you have anything else we want to talk about today, or should I go into my my Chinatown Market replacement names?
Go into your Chinatown Market replacement. Do it.
All right. Before we get into this, I want to tell everybody that we are on YouTube. Watch our videos on YouTube, right? SupFM.
Yep.
You could always look us up. We're always there. Sup Podcast NYC.
If you're in the Discord, we alert you when we drop the stuff. So audio and video.
Me and two other people with small boy feet of 8.5 are getting into a deathmatch situation because of the Discord. One of the people in the Discord has a pair of Travis Scott 6s. We'll give them to us for free if we procure him a pair of Mars Yards 2.5s, and if not, we'll deathmatch for it. So, you know, my life's on the line, and you'll be able to watch this live in the Discord. So join the Discord. With all that being said, LZD325, right?
Yes.
I hate this job.
Right.
This podcast, very funny. Not That Cheney.
Yep.
Very funny. Trevisus, very funny. You know the things. You know the vibes. Let's get into this fucking list right now, boys.
Do it. Let's go.
All right.
Wait, so Lawrence, should we rate these on a scale of 1 to 5? 5 being the best, 1 being the worst?
Why are you gonna rank?
That's what I was gonna say. Let's just let him
rank my work.
Yeah, Luke do his thing.
No work to the table.
Do it, Luke. Do your thing, bro. I'm here for you. Just do it. Knock it out.
First one. We're just gonna bang the first one out. We're just changing. We just did the same formula. We just changed some places around. We did Little Italy store. That's the first one that I did right there. Okay. All right. I've got Bootleg Bodega. That's another one that I've got.
Okay.
That one I didn't like as much because I was like, oh well, that's kind of like more New York cultural appropriation. So how about Bootleg Bazaar?
Love Bazaar. It. Love that one. I love that one.
Actually, that one I'm not mad at.
Bootleg Bazaar. We've got Fake Fresh. I don't know why I have that one, but that's just there.
Okay.
RC Cola Corner Store. How do we feel about that one? Because it's like kind of a bootleg soda, bootleg store.
The legality behind that one can get us in trouble. Might get you in trouble.
Might get me in trouble. That's right. Luke Trevisi. Only Luke Trevisi would get in trouble for this.
There you go.
Generic General.
Like that.
It's like a general market.
I like that.
Generic General Market. And then finally, I have here Fentanyl Fair, because that's another kind of unauthentic drug.
Fentanyl Fair.
I like that too.
And then the last one I came up with is just not Chinatown Market. They just put not in front of everything and they can keep everything.
Wait, say that again. The last one is what?
The last one is not
Chinatown Market.
Not Chinatown Market.
Funny.
They can keep operating, but they have to call themselves not Chinatown Market.
Funny.
All right.
Yeah.
I like the Bargain Bazaar one. That shit is
Bargain Bazaar is not bad. Actually, I prefer
Bootleg Bazaar or
Bootleg Bazaar. That's what
Bootleg
it was.
Bazaar, yes. Yeah, because Bargain Bazaar is an actual store. So Bootleg, yeah, I love Bootleg Bazaar. That's fucking funny.
All right, so Chris, let's make some fucking Bootleg Bazaar merch.
Yeah, it's coming out. Bootleg Bazaar. I actually like that name a lot.
Yeah.
And my note for Bootleg Bodega was the smiley face would just have cat ears.
You can't do that one because there's already a bodega store and
that's
brand.
Oh, that's true. We could get in legal trouble with more than one entity. You're right. I like that.
When are we going to attack Bodega for appropriating bodegas?
Listen, man, that's your territory. That's like literally your territory. That is your home turf. They know where you live.
There's there's no bodegas in Boston.
Okay, that's true.
Which is fun. This is the funniest part about bodega. There's like no true bodegas in Boston.
Wouldn't you argue that makes it more findable in a way? Because you're just looking up the only bodega in Boston?
I guess. But the funniest thing is when people go in there and they don't know how to get to the store. That is the funniest shit.
Very fun. It's
when they're looking around just going like, so where are the shoes? And then like the guy at the counter, I've been there just hanging out so many times with the guy at the counter is like, what are you talking about? Just like fucking with him.
Yeah.
That's funny, bro.
I brought the Skanks interns to bodega just for the trip because when Becky was producing your show, I was like, geez, you've never been to bodega? We gotta go. Because like that's required information. So I brought them in, you know, I said like, what's up to the guy at the counter? Like I knew him because that's what you're supposed to do when you're trying to stunt on people.
That facts.
And then so I did one of these and he was like, okay. Well, you know? He's like, okay. And then I was like, they were like, this is the sneaker store? And I was like, yeah. Just give it 1 second. And they were like, I was like, you just stand in front of that door right there. And then like, you know, they just stood there and I was like, you got to hit a button. And they couldn't figure it out. Five. And then somebody opened the door and almost hit Mike in the face. It was great. It was wonderful. Mwah.
That's snapping machine, man.
Yeah,
you know, we've talked about the greatest stores in streetwear have always had like the I don't want to say gimmick because it deserves more. It deserves more respect than calling it a gimmick. But like, you know, we talked about DQM. We talked about Bodega. Now, I mean, all these brands have had like their stores. It has to have like a good gimmick.
Even Supreme's gimmick, which is like being the like kind of Soho sneaker store. I mean, skateboarding store.
Yeah.
Was like kind of its own. It's you know, not on the same level as those other two, but the theme of the store kind of just made all sense, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, was there any other ones that were missing? Like any big ones that you can think of?
There's a lot, man. If we try to go through all of them, you know what I mean? Just think about just like from West Coast to like
everybody should join the Discord and tell us your favorite sneaker gimmick store.
Yeah.
In quotes. All right. Any final thoughts today, boys?
Final thoughts. 420 blaze up.
Mm-hmm.
Get your White Widow mids. No, and that's it, man. I think that's it for this week.
I think so too. Everybody stay safe out there.
Yeah, y'all be safe, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for listening.
Yep. And just again, stand-up's coming back. Sold Out Tuesday coming back at some point. We're working it out. Just be ready for it and come see us live whenever we post about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, y'all.
All right. Peace, y'all.